They did this on the Clay and Buck show too.
Damn it! Hello and welcome to episode 308 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Ryan.
And we're just two guys drinking some beer, talking about what's going on. And I'm a little bothered that Clay and Buck beat me to that because I thought it'd be hilarious.
It is hilarious.
But I just want to say I've always been a socialist. I've always believed that. You don't have to kill me because I don't believe I'm not part of the team. So, Mamdani, it's okay. I'm not here to do anything to hurt your utopia, okay?
And we don't live in New York City either, so.
So someone else played the Soviet Union's national anthem too.
Yeah.
Damn it! I really thought I had an original idea there. Never do though, huh? Well, we actually did get a sponsor for tonight's show. I'd just like to say, do you need the GTFO right now? Has everything fallen to shit? Time to rent a U-Haul. Heads up, we did not get sponsored by U-Haul.
If you get a U-Haul, they might already be booked up for the next 6 months to a year.
They're already gone, you're right. All right, we will definitely get to the elections. They're not, unfortunately, they're further down the dock than I usually liked, than I would have liked. But the way I could get things to go from topic to topic, it ended up further down, but whatever. Oh, there we go. The what's the name? That Plattner in Maine?
Yeah.
The Nazi. He said he was only joking when he called himself a communist and joined the Communist Party.
That's the guy that had the Nazi tattoo, right?
Yes. The Totemkampf on his chest. I couldn't find anything. I was wondering, was this election, was there senatorial election now, or is it coming up in the future?
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, you're right. I don't think Maine has any elections. I think you're right. I think it's next year.
I thought so. Because I went looking. I was like, oh, God, please tell me Jay Jones and this dude Plattner won, you know? But yeah, he was just joking, which makes me wonder, was he joking about getting Nazi tattoos and keeping them on his chest for 18 years? I don't know. Trump's transgender policy and non-binary stuff concerning passports,
right,
is back alive on due to the Supreme Court.
Right.
Well, that makes me wonder, is it going to be difficult for the next guy to undo if the Supreme Court already ruled on it?
I would hope so.
Yeah. I would have thought so too when the Supreme Court told Biden he can't just forgive student debt, and then he went and did it twice after they told him twice not to anyway. But and here we go. This is something we haven't talked about in a while. I was wondering if you'd remember this. Elon Musk has received nearly $1 trillion pay package from the Tesla shareholders.
If the stock gets valued to a certain level.
It did get valued at that level, and it did a while ago, but under Biden, they said, no, you cannot accept this payment. You're ripping off the shareholders. And it's like the shareholders all agreed to this.
He basically said, you're going to give me this or I'm going to retire from Tesla, resign from the board of Tesla.
Well, yeah, I mean, he made so many people how much money?
Exactly.
Gee, if you made me, $80,000, I'm willing to give you $5,000 out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Guapo has arrived wearing his Smurf hoodie.
That's right. It's in honor of Veterans Day. He's pretending he's a veteran.
No, I'm sick. That's why I'm wearing my Smurf.
Oh, I'm getting over sickness myself. Veterans Day is coming up, isn't it?
Yep,
I'm
Tuesday.
sick uniform.
I've already got my strategy mapped out for the day. I'm actually on vacation next week, so I got all day Tuesday to go out to eat.
I was just gonna say I completely forgot that you do this. You go and find every place that offers free.
I don't
food
go.
to
I've narrowed it down now. I've got my regular places I go to. I hit the Green Turtle.
I'll say, does the turtle do it?
Yep, I hit Chili's.
Ooh.
I'll hit, since I'm not working, I can get Denny's and Wendy's in the morning for breakfast. And then County Grill does a free sandwich too. And those few of those places don't get real crowded, so that's why I've kind of chosen to do them now. And then Freddy's, they handed out a coupon to use at a different time, and Texas Roadhouse does the same thing. If you can get there during lunch, they'll hand you a coupon you can use down the road.
Oh, that's pretty cool. County Grill is that barbecue joint, like right next to your house, right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. The food there was really good, as I recall.
It is.
Like,
it is really
their
good.
pulled pork was next level.
It's expensive, but it's good.
And it's such a little shithole dive bar. Did they clean the place up yet, or does it still look like someone's going to get raped and murdered in the
It
bathroom?
looks the exact same way. They ain't putting no money into their place.
All right.
You know how a lot of restaurants took money from COVID and they, remodeled and stuff like that. County Grill took the money and I don't know what they did with it. They didn't put any money into the restaurant, so
Went into their pockets, right?
pretty much.
Probably.
Or they campaigned for a Spanburger. Because, they wanted to get taxed more. So did you hear this shit today? I only learned about this on yesterday. Today, the Supreme Court had a hearing, meeting, whatever they call it, to decide whether or not they're going to hear a case. And it's the Oberfeld decision about same-sex marriage.
Wow, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of what they did to Roe v. Wade in terms of kicking it back to the states. Could be the same thing that's going to happen here. Opinions, thoughts, concerns?
Well, I'm a little concerned because of how the left, used that as a campaign tool for like 3 different election cycles. And it actually worked for him for all 3 election cycles.
Well, it's ridiculous because Obama was against same-sex marriage when he took office. Hillary Clinton in 2016 when she ran against Trump was
I'm talking
against
about
it.
Roe v. Wade. When that came out, the left just recycled it, and drumbeated up the base of the party of theirs to get more people out to vote. So,
Well, that's what makes you wonder, though. It's like, do these people know how the government's supposed to operate?
No, they don't.
no, I mean, you hear Dems all the time talking about how our democracy's all screwed up.
One, we're not a democracy.
I know, and we talk about that on the show
Plenty
every
of
time
time.
it gets brought up.
Our founding fathers hated the idea of democracy because it was mob rule.
Yeah, we're a representative republic.
Yeah, you could even say democratic republic. I'll accept that because there's still a democratic vote, but it's not a democracy. A democracy means majority rule, majority win, right?
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is it wouldn't even be majority rule at that point because you'd have votes in 100 different directions. So it'd be like 20% of the population making decisions for everyone,
Yeah.
All right. We don't usually talk sports, but the Dodgers won their second World Series in a row.
I actually watched part of the game on Halloween and part of the game on Saturday night. I didn't make it until the 14th inning, but I did watch a little bit of the game. It was very.
One of them went
inning.
One of them went to 18 innings.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because there's no tie in baseball.
Yeah, and
unlike
Ohtani.
the NFL.
Yeah, Ohtani might be the new GOAT of baseball. He's just the man is amazing. He pitches, strikes everyone out, and then gets up to bat and hits 3 home runs. It's ridiculous, Just wanted to acknowledge that, though. The Blue Jays had a shot. They had a good season, and they actually almost beat the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Well, it went to Game 7, right?
Yeah, went all the way to 7. Yeah.
Yeah. Cheney's dead.
Yep, died at 84.
Did he
Flags
get shot
are
in the
at
face?
half-mast right now.
No.
I haven't seen any of these Democrats cheering for it, and it might be because they already forgot who Dick Cheney is, or they're remembering they pretended to like this guy when Trump took office.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he endorsed Kamala. Him and Lynn Cheney, they endorsed Kamala Harris for president. He hasn't been a true Republican probably since he's been out of office as vice president.
Oh, I don't know about that. I guess it depends on what you mean by true Republican. Because
Well, he's a warmonger, so
he's a neocon.
yeah.
And a rhino.
And, oh, Lindsey Graham is a rhino, and he just came out and ran his mouth today about this shutdown. He's like, I'm going to stop voting with Democrats if you guys can't be real about this shit. It's like, come on, man. It's like, where have you been,
Apparently,
dude?
he's got a primary coming up. There's some other Republican trying to run against Lindsey Graham in South Carolina.
Dude, I would vote for a tuna fish sandwich before I voted for Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, that's not gonna. He's not gonna. It doesn't. The guy. I heard the guy talk a little bit on the. Oh, it was on the No Agenda show, and he's very like. He's MAGA. Lindsey Graham's not, but he doesn't have any charisma or anything, you know. So, and he's not bringing in the bacon like Lindsey Graham is to South Carolina.
But don't the South Carolinians realize this guy's a joke?
No.
I think a lot of them do, but as long as he keeps bringing taxpayer dollars to the state, you know, they'll just. It's kind of like how it was in West Virginia back in the day with Harry Reid. Or not Harry Reid, but what's his face?
Manchin?
Yeah, Manchin. Bird. Yeah, everything's named after Bird in the state.
There's a lot of stuff named after Robert Byrd, and 100% fairness, West Virginia was a blue state for a very long time. It was a swing state for like one cycle, then all of a sudden shifted red. Because they realized once they voted Republican for their own government, all of a sudden all the poor people could eat. You know, instead of waiting for handouts, they could get jobs. Bunch of stuff about Michigan in tonight's news, and I did it. Typically, when I see Michigan news, that's not just a little stupid thing. I bring it up because your hometown. Dearborn, Michigan, had a terror attack foiled by the FBI.
Yes, it is.
And it's funny.
I saw it and I didn't share it. So.
Well, it's funny because the people in Dearborn are like, don't go and publicize this. It makes the Muslims look bad. It's like, they were attacking a Muslim community.
Right.
Come on, you know?
I think Dearborn's one of the parts in the state that has the Muslim call to prayer broadcast.
Yeah, and they're trying to kick the Christians out of the community, saying that they're going to dance on the graves when they die. Just citizens at town hall. This came on suddenly. I found this today. Jimmy Kimmel's canceled.
I thought he was doing good with the ratings.
I didn't know he was. I thought this one episode was canceled. I didn't know the whole show had been canceled.
It might have just been the one show.
Because I actually read this article when you shared it, and their excuse is saying that the musical performer was sick or had a personal issue, so they canceled that show. So they
like Amanda Beer or something something Beer. Neither did I. But she was like, "Yeah, I got canceled. I don't know why. I guess we're gonna figure something out." And I was like, which made me think that they're full of a bunch of shit and we're not gonna see Kimmel anymore. I don't know. But yeah, they didn't give any actual answer.
Like I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, right. And this next one here, in case El Matadoro still listens to the show, I put this one in here just for him. The 3-Eye Atlas. You guys familiar with this thing? It's a hunk of something in space the size of Manhattan that has passed between the sun and Mars already. It's gonna come close to Earth. Crazy thing is, it changed direction
again.
They were talking about this on the Joe Rogan podcast this week.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah, it changed direction, and it's not like you would expect from the gravity of the sun. And it didn't lose the mass you would expect from the sun, causing something like that to happen because it would heat it up and the gas would escape. The ice would. A lot of people saying this is aliens. The Japanese allegedly have a picture that it actually looks like a fucking spacecraft with like blue and purple lights on it. I don't know. I got a feeling once this thing does what it's going to do, we're going to look at it and say, "Oh, this is just something we've never come across before."
Yeah.
But we'll find out. Because it's never aliens, is it, Brian?
Nope. Never is.
It's never aliens. Well, What interstellar? They have interstellar travel technology, and they're gonna come here to help us be better. No, if anything, they're coming here to mine our planet and enslave us,
Yep.
just like any other advanced civilization when it's come across a less advanced civilization.
Oh, they could just keep Elon Musk alive so he could turn into his robot, and the robot could do the slave work.
Well, I was thinking that this thing might be the mothership for the Mormons.
Yeah, could be.
Bringing them back home. You just have to drink a bunch of Kool-Aid and you can ride the comet back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. You don't. Oh man, when I was working at that dispensary in Mass, I said something about drinking the Kool-Aid, and some people laughed. And I don't remember exactly how I went down, but I had to explain to people that the Kool-Aid was a real thing.
Yeah,
like
from
Jamestown.
South Africa, Jamestown.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I had to explain this whole thing. I was like, no, seriously, they drank poisoned Kool-Aid and they all died in a mass suicide to ride a comet. And Jim Jones took off with all of their personal belongings.
Yeah.
And the climate never came.
Well,
So it's a congressman that got killed.
What's that?
A congressman got killed in that town too.
I don't. Maybe don't know enough about it. The comet did come. It was like Hale-Bopp or Haley's or something like that.
Okay.
There's been a drug bust. 7 were arrested in West Virginia. No, whatever. I thought I wasn't going to find enough material. We do have a whooping cough case confirmed here at my daughter's elementary school, though. Apparently, if you get the whooping cough, you get like a letter from the government if you've come into direct contact with it. I didn't know that. That's kind of neat. So apparently I'm safe, even though my whole family got sick.
Oh, I got rich today from Facebook. I got my my Facebook money in $4.10 put in my account. So
for what?
For Facebook violating something along the way with my profile. There was a big class action lawsuit, and they paid up, and I got $4.
It's funny. When I was living in Hampton, when we started doing the show, I got a physical check from Facebook for something like that, and it was like 37 cents. And then girlfriend at the time was like, "Are you gonna go deposit?" I was like, "Hell no! I'd rather keep the check." Repeat offender has arrived.
Yeah, lads, how are you?
Both you fuckers missed our opening music today, which is too bad.
Play it again.
I think I'm really close.
Play it again, Steve.
Here we go. I'll
get ready. You're gonna love it. You're all gonna get a kick out of it.
All the way back here, I guess.
One person got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too. I was like, Ron gets it.
Is it like a comedy desk party?
Yes, it is. The national anthem of the comedy.
Hold on. I waited for the punchline. Hold on, just get it out here.
Well, hold on, dude. We are not doing strip teases on this show, okay? Thank God we are not live streaming this right now.
He was trying to get more money for the show. I think I read a post where he drank a Foster's recently. No, he was PBR. He was drinking PBR. That's right.
Yeah.
He found PBR in Australia.
Well, I got 6-pack of 6 pints. They're pint-sized ones. I smashed back 6 pints of it, and I had to go to 2. He's new. Just wasn't doing anything.
I'm sure it
Well, see,
wouldn't.
that's the thing. That's the one thing about American beer is it's typically got less alcohol than most other nations, typically. But that just means I can have 12 of them hanging out with my buddies and not pass out. You know? Oh my God, he's got an oil can.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
He found the Foster's.
I honestly,
I don't think that's an oil can. That's a regular Foster's. That's not like the ones we get at Walmart and
you
in
get
Australia.
Walmart? I've only ever seen them at Outback
They're
Steakhouse.
in the Walmart I deliver bread to. I saw them. They're in the bread. Maybe I'll buy some for the show next week.
I actually stopped in at Bottle the other day, and I saw a guy going there to get a 6-pack of Foster's. I looked at the stain on my face.
As
Did he hide it in a plastic paper bag going out, so nobody knew what he was buying outside the store?
Look, you cover up that quick.
Yeah, it's like when you buy like anal ease. You're like, I don't want anyone seeing this.
Preparation age.
Preparation age feels good on the whole. Okay.
It's all the missus.
Oh. All right. Check this out. Monongahela, whatever county. It's a national forest, and there's a county out here named after it. Shit, hold on.
Is this where Bigfoot's at?
Well, he's everywhere. But a senator from there wants to some of these counties from Virginia and Maryland to join West Virginia. The ones that voted like on the border that voted against the Dems.
Did you look at the Virginia state voting map after this election?
I did. Like Richmond decided the entire vote, basically, right?
There's like 3 areas of the state that decided to vote.
Yeah.
Which that's why right now
wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, right now people talking about the Electoral College and the state, because what if it's like a regular election going on in that area, At least it's not going to affect the entire area, most of the state,
Well, I thought that was the whole reason why they had these voting districts. It was supposed to be similar sizes.
No. This is not for the. You talk about gerrymander for the Congress people now. No, but this is like it's more like Electoral College. The city gets one vote, the other county gets one vote.
You can even give the city 3 votes because it's got 3 times as many people. I can accept that argument.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say like that means this whoever's running for the seat, have to go through those states too. The parts. Yeah.
Oh, he's frozen. But yeah, so like they if you want to be governor, you would actually have to go out to Western Virginia near the border and campaign, or else you would never win, right?
Yeah, but also too, only fucking people didn't show up to vote, dude. It was like half of fucking.
Well, they're saying that this is a midterm election, and the Trump voters did not show up in New York, New Jersey, or Virginia. So
they're not going to again because they only showed up for Trump.
I know, and this is the shit that I'm talking about. We need to fucking eliminate. Anybody can vote, You have to have a skin in the game, because these people are registered. They're not gonna bother. So what the fuck is the point of you fucking being able to vote?
Well, yeah, I think it was Franklin who said something like communism or socialism or whatever will only it'll only work as long as you have someone else's money to spend.
Yeah.
No, but that's what gets me is like, you think Virginia Beach, the tourist attraction Virginia Beach is, you think they would vote Republican because they want to make money?
No.
Instead of getting the shit tax out of
people said like 5,000 people that show up to vote. I don't there's like a bunch of people that show up. So
did you hear that? Did you hear that something like 120,000 mail-in ballots showed up halfway through the counting in the election in Virginia?
No, I don't know about that.
Again, they're finding votes all of a sudden when they're behind. Oh, hold on, we forgot about these 20 boxes of votes. It's like
this is what I talk about Electoral College. Like, you know what? No matter how many fucking votes you get, you only get 1 fucking point. Who wants? Okay, that person won 1 point. Next county.
And I want to bring up something about the early voting. The biggest issue I see with the early voting is shit will come out after you've already cast your vote. Like Jay Jones saying he's going to kill people. Like, I don't want to vote for him. Well, you already cast your vote. It sucks to be you. You can't change it now.
Yeah.
All right. Virginia. Brian, what's going on? Eminem got jacked up, huh?
Yeah, Monterey Merrimack Bridge. 2 tractor trailers got in an accident and shut the thing down for hours. And one of the tractor trailers was hauling lumber, and it caught on fire.
Oh, terrific!
And because the fire trucks had to get through, so both sides of the road were shut down for hours, going both ways.
Damn.
It's a long way around to take the Jefferson.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't work that area yesterday. I was like, damn.
Nope.
I would got stuck in there. Like I would have hated life yesterday.
It's funny that this next one is the one you brought in last minute for Virginia, because I think it was last week I mentioned how West Virginia has the lowest debt per citizen. How's Virginia doing instead as they vote for socialism?
We are number 8
in
the nation for household debt.
Mm.
And that's why people are trying to vote for free shit. But the problem is, it's not free.
Nothing's free.
No. Did Donnie already ask money?
I did not understand a word of that.
I said, did Donnie already ask for money? The mayor from New York?
Within hours of winning the election, he's like, I need money now to pay for all these programs.
Is that after he left the country to go to a fancy resort to celebrate?
Puerto Rico is not out of this country, dude.
Well, he didn't go on a commercial airline to get there.
Of course not. His mother's freaking loaded, and he's living in a rent-controlled apartment.
Well, the thing is, people have got the right to vote for whoever they want, but people have got the right to the consequences of that vote.
Yeah, just to move down here, we already fuck. We don't need more people here. Yeah, we full.
Well, the thing about it is, too, like, Kathy Hochul came out and said that she wasn't going to raise any more taxes in New York. And man, Donnie needs those taxes.
Well, she said she's not going to support his tax because in order to do everything he wants to do, the taxes got to go way up, and she ain't going to support it because
she even brought up how like 1.5% of New Yorkers pay a third of the bills.
Yeah,
and she's like, I can't raise taxes on them. That's just ridiculous. But then they said apparently he needs her permission to raise taxes in New York City.
He doesn't have any control over 3/4 of the things he promised in his campaign.
Well, yeah, how are you going to make the buses go faster?
The rent control is covered by an actual rent control committee. They're not going to add more apartments in places the rent control,
Mm.
Does he realize how much free childcare costs?
No, he don't.
Yeah.
Childcare costs millions of dollars.
Well, and he's going to make the buses free. And it's like the mayor doesn't get that decision. That's the city council, like the legislature, right? He doesn't control the budget. But we'll get into all that. In the interim, CBS is in the news again.
Because Trump went on 60 Minutes, and their ratings went through the roof for it.
Yeah, and now Schumer is threatening to sue the FCC because apparently
for free access, free time, equal time.
Is that what he said?
I don't know, but what's hilarious is that Trump made sure in the agreement was that it was over an hour-long interview he did with 60 Minutes. They only aired 20 minutes of it, but you can go all over the place on the internet and find the rest of the interview. And as usual, CBS cut out some of the best parts of the interview.
Well, that's what I heard. Schumer was saying they deceptively edited it to make Trump look better. And I was like, it sounds kind of like the complaint Trump had about 60 Minutes with Harris that you guys assured me could not possibly happen, right?
Right.
Yeah. And now another CBS reporter who did a Huckabee interview over Gaza or whatever, she got canned over this interview. And she wants to sue them.
Well, because everybody's seeing that Trump won, so now everybody's going to try their hands at suing too.
Well, the transcripts show that she made selective edits to make Huckabee sound like a nut job who wants these kids to starve. And it's like, you went out of your way to make Huckabee look like a jackass.
So who's suing who?
She's trying to sue CBS for firing her.
But she's the one that made Huckabee look like an idiot.
Yeah, they don't want to get sued again by the Republican Party.
I don't think she's got much of a case in that lawsuit.
Well, I agree. I'm just saying that these folks CBS cannot be trusted, and that's the one Barry Weiss just took over, right?
Yeah, she was the brainchild behind the 60-minute interview with Trump. And
Which is a great idea.
Did you see their ratings numbers for this episode of 60 Minutes?
I did not, but I'm certain they were way better than they've had in a long time.
Yes, it was. And it was Nora O'Donnell did the interview, if I remember right, and she had a hard time not being Nora O'Donnell in this thing.
Nora O'Donnell?
I don't know. Whoever did the fucking interview.
All right.
It's coming from even further up top, lads. It's coming from Skydance and that. People that own it now.
Mm.
They're the ones putting the pressure on, because for them to keep their license, they've got to give equal airtime and all that sort of shit now.
No, that's not a law. That's not a law in the United States. There's no such thing as equal time.
There is, but I thought that only applied during election cycles, like campaigning.
Got you.
Yeah, I could have sworn that was just during so that this guy campaigning can't just be ignored, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, you could ignore her, but you have to ignore the other politicians too. Equal time.
You got to get equal time.
Yeah.
So Trump told the feds to find a way to continue funding the SNAP program. This is ridiculous listening to the rhetoric around this. Because the Democrats shut the government down.
Right.
And it was over the Affordable Care Act, right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I just want a quick question about this. If the Affordable Care Act is, as they claim, affordable care, then why are they demanding more money to fund it?
It's not
and
affordable.
Why did the Democrats cheer the murder of the United Healthcare CEO if healthcare is so affordable?
They know they stuffed up. They know Obamacare and all that sort of stuff.
They keep winning anyway.
Yeah, they don't do. They just vote for emotions. Do whatever lie they tell them they believe it, and they go vote for that. You know.
Well, that's the question: is does the average Dem voter are they actually dumb enough to not know what's going on, or are they just lying to get what they want?
Have you not listened to a bunch of the TikTok videos that are going around? Everybody's talking about looting the stores if they don't get their SNAP benefits.
That's a bunch of ghetto hood rats. I'm talking about like CNN and like educated people. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not on SNAP, so they don't care.
Yeah, they do. Dear God, I mean, they're not bitching about it like these other folks are, but like they keep voting, and it's like there's a record of who voted what way. Just today, Schumer came out and he was like, "I have an idea that we can at least fund the government for a year, and during that year we'll have time to discuss this." And the Republicans are like, "All right, well, we'll at least talk about it right now." The rest of the Democrat Party was like, "Fuck that, we don't trust Trump." And it's like, well, then what's the point of even trying to discuss this? I say it was like 12 of them, which was enough to make sure it wasn't going to. What's up?
They got happy with the results, and now they got the balls to fucking, you know.
Well, I honestly thought the government was going to open back up by halfway through yesterday, but because I thought they got what they wanted out of this, their elections, and now they're going to go ahead and take the high ground.
Like, you know what? I mean, I think if they got a 1 or 2 what they wanted this election, they would have been like, okay, cool, let's go. But they got 3 of them. Like now they're bolder. Like, you know what else we can get? You know?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Congress control the purse strings, right?
Yep.
Yes. I love how everyone uses that term too.
Purse, yeah.
And no one says controls the budget.
Well, then you got the Senate who controls the bills that keep them going, don't they? Keep the government going. That's their responsibility.
Say again?
The Senate's responsibility is to keep the government going when it comes to resolutions, isn't it?
I wouldn't necessarily responsibilities. The Senate and the Congress are essentially the same thing. It's like a 2-tiered system, and it's become the same thing since what was it? I can't remember what amendment was it, Brian, that said the people get to vote for Senate versus the states choosing.
I don't remember.
The Senate is supposed to be more like an oligarchy type of people.
Exactly, Guapo. That's what it was. Is this the leaders of each state would choose 2 senators that are supposed to be like That was where your lawyers and your doctors were supposed to be. And then your blue collar workers, your welders, your plumbers, your carpenters, your freaking factory workers are supposed to be doing Congress and say, this is what's going to help us. And then the senators come up and say, no, that won't fucking work, and throw it out. And then the president gets to say if they agree.
Yeah. Well, this is where I'm leading to, mate. Now, if there's a stalemate and the government gets shut down, it's up to the president's responsibility to allocate funds. That's there, isn't it?
The president doesn't have the authority.
No. But he can like, you know what?
Shut down programs.
He can fire people. I mean, after this election, he should fire everybody in Northern Virginia. I don't care.
Now there are emergency funds the president can enact, but this is supposed to be like if a hurricane that just hit, like for example, Jamaica comes and rips apart Florida. That's what that money's for. And they want it to go into SNAP. That's enough money to fund SNAP for like 3 weeks.
Yep. Well, this is the point I'm trying to come down. How could a federal judge then direct the president of the United States to take money away from somewhere to do something? Isn't he outside of his realm, his pay rate?
That's exactly what I brought up to the wife today. And I was like, what makes a single federal judge think he has as much or more authority than the president, when in reality, every federal judge in the entire fucking country combined has the same authority as the president of the United States.
Well, and that's what we've been saying for a while now. It's like, and that's why they're saying they can't do these national injunctions anymore, because
you just don't have the authority.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that a judge can't make a decision a judge is only supposed to be making decisions based upon what's in that judge's courtroom.
Yeah.
Not a nationwide thing.
Yeah, because he don't got the information what's going on around him, like the president.
And if it is going to be nationwide, it has to go to the Supreme Court when they are actually saying,
right,
this violates whatever. And that's the big issue I'm seeing right now with the court system, is even the Supreme Court, is we're getting to the point where we're legislating from the bench, and Congress may as well not exist.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's favorite Dem talking head, what's his face, the old 80-year-old guy.
Tampon Tim? Oh, never mind.
No, not Tampon Tim. I can't think of his name now.
Garland.
Carville.
James Carville, yeah. He came out and made a prediction on a podcast this week saying that...
Dropping F-bombs.
Well, that too. That's normal for him. But he came out and said that a Democrat was going to win in 2028 as president, and they were going to stack the Supreme Court. Bring it up to 13 people.
I'll get rid of the filibuster too next time.
Well, okay. That's one thing I'm hearing from a lot of Republicans right now is if we get rid of the filibuster, the Democrats are just going to take advantage of it when they're in office. And I'm like, and then I'm hearing the other argument, well, they're going to do it anyway. They do it all the time. But isn't the filibuster how the Republicans got Biden to not pack the Supreme Court last time?
No, Biden was actually staying on principles, knowing back in that what few principles he had, and said, no, packing the Supreme Court ain't the way to go.
Yeah, because that just means the next guy's going to put 5 more, and then the next one puts 7 more, and then all of a sudden we have 35 Supreme Court justices.
I mean, how much does a Supreme Court justice make a year?
Oh, they don't make that much, dude.
I don't know. I bet you it's
a couple 100,000.
Yeah, I know, but
you're going to throw 5 more Supreme Court judges up there making $200,000 a year, plus their staffs. How much are you adding to the federal budget right there by doing that?
The resources they need to travel back and forth between their home and the court, and
plus their security.
I was going to say security teams, offices.
We're talking millions of dollars to add 5 more. At least $2 million a year to add 5 more justices to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and then don't even forget you need to add access to like every decision ever made by any court in this country and every law in this country.
Over a lifetime,
granted, you can probably find on Google, but it'd be tougher, right?
Yeah, over a lifetime. Plus, I don't know what they do in America, but in Australia, anyone in a high court position, they get a pension afterwards. After
they
finish.
do.
Yeah. The rest of their lives.
Yeah,
Oh,
they do too.
The Supreme Court justices at least can serve the rest of their lives, like for the rest forever.
Okay,
The president serves one term.
I have what
one
they
term,
earn
they get paid
for
forever.
annual salary now.
Okay.
$317,500 per Supreme Court justice.
So almost $1 million a year.
Yep.
Well, 12 or 13, isn't there, on there already?
11. It's it's always 11. An odd number. So there's no ties.
Whoa. Look at that. A couple of million there already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I was saying. You throw 5 more people on there, and their salaries go up every year for cost of living and inflation, you know. So, I mean, it adds up fast.
Well, that's what gets me is because everything seems to be going to the courts, and that they're making all the decisions. If that's going to be the case, we may as well get rid of everything else and just have a November it. Which had to look this word up. November it means ruled by 9, which I found very interesting because November is the 11th month.
Yeah.
Well, that's because of August and July.
Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar.
Yep, they named those months after the emperors, so they both got 31 days. That's the only 2 months.
And it moved November from 9 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Guapo.
September,
Guapo sounded like Claire over here, the dirty tranny, telling us about Romans and how they changed the world.
Oh, you should look at the names of the fucking name of the week. Why we got the names of the week? You'd be fucking tripping acid.
Oh, some of them are really crazy, actually. Yeah.
What state is Governor Tim Walz in charge of?
He's Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh, well, he came up with a brilliant statement. It said every dollar invested in Snap generates $1.80 in economic activity.
The crazy thing is he didn't even come up with it.
Which he took for somebody else to pay that person.
Trump wants Americans to go hungry.
Well,
what a lazy.
Yeah, he didn't even come up with this. He got this from like Forbes, and Forbes had this breakdown explaining it all. And I'm like, no. If I have $1 and I give it to Bill, because he's talking about like trade and like transport, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, if I give Billy $1 to buy something, okay?
He's got $1.
But Billy's got $1. Now he has to go and take that $1 and go buy the materials he needs to build this thing. It didn't turn into $1.80.
No.
Like, how did it turn into more money? Because if that's the case, then why isn't everyone on food stamps and we're not billionaires?
Exactly.
The inflation doesn't work that way.
It created $1.80 because you didn't create it. You took it from the people paying taxes. You know?
The only way to become $1.80 is if you come to Australia with his dollar.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I go to Australia, my dollar becomes $1.80. I go to Canada, my dollar is worth $1.75 or something. You know,
it's worth a lot more.
Which, I don't know. It used to be worth a lot. I don't know what's happened, but I remember last time I checked, the Canadian dollar was approaching the U.S. dollar, but that was many years ago. The Canadian dollar is probably collapsing right now with what's going on lately between Trump and Carney. Carney's his name, right?
Yeah, they've got to stop making commercials.
Yeah, and the funny thing is Ford, right? He was the guy who did the ad with Reagan. And I was like, why didn't Carney just tell him to shut the F up and apologize? Actually, he did come out and apologize to Trump.
Yeah, he did.
But dear God, guys, I love the Canadian people. I do. I don't care for that government, but the Canadian people are some of the funniest people on this planet. Okay? You guys ever seen Kids in the Hall?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
A long time ago. They brought it back recently for a little while, and I watched one episode, and I stopped because the opening scene, all these guys are 50 or 60, and they're all butt naked with their dicks hanging out, and I was like, oh, this changed a lot. But you got Seth Green, Seth Rogen, Ryan Reynolds, all the funniest guys that you've seen in movies are all Canadian. Shit, Letterkenny. Did you guys watch Letterkenny?
Yep.
No.
That show was absolutely hilarious, wasn't it?
Yep.
To be fair. And before I move on, did you check out Shoresy? They made a spin-off of Letterkenny called Shoresy, the hockey guy. You
I
actually get
watched
to
a
see his
few
face in
episodes.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. I guess a lot of this. I didn't hear anything about this, but I guess a lot of grocery stores were looking to give discounts to SNAP recipients.
Yep. Yep.
Hold up. I'm the one paying for my own money. I don't get a fucking discount.
No.
But yeah, if you can afford to give them a discount, why don't I get a discount, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Trump administration came out and said that's against the law.
For that exact reason. It's like if you can afford to give them a discount, you can give it to everyone.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
I mean,
That's a good point.
I heard on different podcasts where the meat prices in Walmart were going down because it looked like SNAP people weren't going to have money to buy chicken with. So they were dropping the price of food.
Oh, so it's not going to cost me $36 for a steak anymore because my taxpayers aren't buying them for someone else?
Right. Yeah.
Huh.
You probably get some good
There's
lobster
less demand,
too,
price goes down. Dude, I watched a lot of them TikTok videos, and this one woman was bragging about all the shit she stole.
Yeah.
And she had truffle butter.
Wow. That ain't cheap.
I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, that stuff's ridiculously. She stole from a Whole Foods. And I'm like, oh, wonderful. So now the already expensive food is going to go up in price because it's getting stolen.
Yep.
Like, I don't get to eat truffle butter. It's too expensive, you know? I haven't had a lobster since I moved to West Virginia because you know what it costs to ship a live lobster to West Virginia?
Nope.
Actually, I've looked this up. If I order $200 worth of lobster, it's only like $20 to ship it.
Well, that ain't nothing.
No, and I was like, shit, if I bought 20 lobsters, like I could probably sell 10 of them, no problem, right away, and then breed them in my house and sell them to local restaurants.
How many lobsters is $200 worth of lobsters?
Not as many as you would hope.
That's what I'm wondering. You know?
Tell them to the Japanese, mate. You get more.
Yeah, they got rock lobsters though. You ever had a Maine lobster, dude?
Yep.
Yeah,
they're enormous, and they're so good.
I've also had lobster in the British Virgin Islands. They ain't the same.
Is that a rock lobster too, or something else?
It's like more like a rock lobster, yeah.
I'll tell you the jobs that you want to invest in, guys. Glaziers. The amount of bloody glass shelving that's going to go up around all these products at Walmart and it's going to be unbelievable.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get to that. That's in here. Don't worry. Is it? What? I could have.
Next, Jeffrey's going to end up
in here. Okay. Yeah. CNN has blamed Trump for like Walmart locking up like the high value items. And he's like, "Oh, it's because of the shutdown." And I was like,
"No, it's not.
Fuck up.
Walmart's been locking shit up for a long time. Hey, have you tried it? Well, none of us have been in New York City recently, but they're locking everything up under lock and key in New York City.
Yeah, you need to ask for each item. They go get it for you.
Yeah. So what do you think about this furloughed IRS lawyer that's now running he's got a new gig as a DC hot dog vendor?
I laughed my balls off. I think Guapo shared this.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
Oh, I was like, good for this guy trying to make a buck, right? But then he called it like Shyster's Dogs or something. He's like the only honest ripoff. And I was like, whoa, dude. Like you may as well call it like Kites Kill Bossas, right?
He sold his third off his back for $1,000. Someone bought it. Third off his back for $1,000.
So he's like double dipping now because when he's making money as a hot dog vendor, and as soon as the government opens back up again, he's going to get back pay for being a lawyer. So
yeah.
He said the next shirt's worth $10,000. He's putting up $10,000 every time someone buys one.
Awesome. But yeah, he said like this was like his lifelong goal was to be like a street side hot dog vendor. I was like, hey man, if this is what makes you happy, you know?
Yeah. Forget about being a lawyer and be happy.
And let's be real. Street food is so good, isn't it?
Yeah. That depends where you get it. Not from India.
That or the Roach Coach. The Roach Coach is good eating too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything shiny on his bloody setup, wasn't it? Like he's cleaning it all down and
Why he's in a suit and tie, looking like he's about to like give a deposition, serving hot dogs?
Hmm.
And he had was on.
Yeah.
And what do you think about your former U.S. senator coming out and saying that it's all Trump's fault that Disney and YouTube are fighting right now?
That's
Her own party.
No.
Her own
She
party
won.
tore her apart for that.
I
She
mean,
told Trump
I'm
to
hearing
get
all
rid
the
of it.
people are bitching about this left and right all around, and I'm saying, and they're like, well, we're going to dump YouTube TV. I'm like, every cable company goes through this, every streaming company goes through this.
Do you remember this?
It cycles around like every couple of years when the new contracts come up and this happens.
There's a
But
huge.
you know what? But it's kind of shitty you do it in the middle of the fucking season too.
That's when they
Oh,
got the most
Middle
power.
of a game.
Yeah.
In the middle of a game, it shut off at midnight.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was.
But this happens, like Brian said, this
Yeah.
happens all the time. Do you guys remember in the 90s when the direct TV, the satellite TV wars happened?
Yep.
And they were, and all of a sudden they would drop your channel and the other guy would pick it up. You're like, great, now I don't get to watch football on
Yeah,
Sunday.
I had
you know?
DirecTV for the longest time. Yeah.
And yeah, that's funny though. Satellite TV did not last long in the scheme of things, did it?
No.
No.
It's still out there.
Like, it's still out there, but why not just fucking stream at this point?
You get a satellite
Because
that you
if
stream
you
it.
live where my parents live or my dad lives now, you're not streaming much.
You could get Starlink, and
Who's going to pay
I
for
got-
that shit? That's like $600
Dude,
for the
it's
equipment
actually-
alone.
yeah, but after that, it's just basic cable bill, internet bill.
I got high speed internet, and I'm in the middle of nowhere on top of a mountain.
You got
Now,
lucky.
granted, it's only been here for a couple years though,
Yeah.
and
You got
we didn't
paid?
know
It
when
was
we
probably
first got
paid
here.
for by Biden.
No, the people of West Virginia did it. And it's funny because we couldn't find this company when we first got here, and we signed up for Earthlink because it was like the only internet we could find. It was garbage. So we actually contacted some of the local like plug a cable into your computer companies
Mhm.
and said, hey, 30 miles from us, there's high speed internet. We will pay to run the cable out here.
Uh-huh.
We're just asking that for everyone who signs up, we get a small percentage of the fees until we're restored to 75% of what it costs to put this
And they
to
laughed
lay
at
this
you.
cable.
Mhm.
Huh?
And they laughed at you.
Well, and they're like, oh, well, when it's time to come out there, we'll call you. I was like, no. When you're going to come out here and do it, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm trying to put us at the top of the list. And I was going to have to sell. That's the crazy thing. We were looking to sell like half of my stocks to pay for it. Like,
Mhm.
it was not going to be a cheap thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm offering to pay you guys to make a shit ton of money. And like, whatever. Okay. And then we found this other company. Like, thank God we didn't pay this other guy to run it out here,
Mhm.
All right.
The monkeys.
The monkeys. First of all, guapo. How do you say monkey in Spanish?
Mono.
Okay. Mordo?
Mono.
Muno. Okay.
Mono.
Now, does it have a tilnia over the end? Like a nya?
Mono.
Oh, like mono. Okay.
Yeah, mono.
Mono. Okay.
Yeah.
We talked about these monkeys, didn't
Oh
we?
yeah, multiple
Yeah,
times.
with the escape.
They
This is
were
the last
they had herpes.
And
Did they?
COVID
COVID-19.
and hepatitis.
Mm. Delicious.
Well, I guess we're still paying for these monkeys. Like,
What?
we're still funding this.
I thought they were all
Me?
dead.
Well, no, at least one is because a mother in Mississippi shot one dead.
How in the hell did they get to Mississippi?
Dude,
an
that's a
excellent
part of
question. That's a
travel.
long way away, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I thought were they in Georgia or something like that, where the crash happened? They all escaped.
Yeah, they're from like North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
Makes
yeah.
it sound like someone picked the damn thing up and brought it with them. Because there's no way this thing just migrated on its own that far. You know what I
South
mean?
Carolina.
Yeah, I thought it was North Carolina. But maybe
No,
not.
you're right. No, it was Jasper County, Mississippi, where they escaped. So
Oh,
Mississippi
okay.
mom's not a
Oh.
big deal, They were
Okay.
they were at the Tulane National Primate Research Museum, now known as the Tulane National Biomedical Research Facility.
Now, here's the question. This was government funded, right?
Yeah.
Taxpayer money. Now, has this woman, has she been arrested for destruction of government property yet?
No, they were trying to kid. That's why she said self-defense.
You know the government cares. You know how much the government cares about that.
Dude, right now, I don't think they care. They got the fucking fish to fry.
All right.
Apparently, this facility had a $2.8 million grant from NIH. I wonder where that money came from. Fauci!
I don't know where this money came from or where it went. All I know is that you need to wear 2 masks and stay 6 feet apart, and we'll be okay.
We won't.
Are you afraid of the onesies?
That was a pretty decent Fauci, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a decent Fauci. Yep.
Do you support this onesies? I was like, God damn.
What was it? It wasn't gain of function. We just added functions to the virus to see what it could do. It's like, so you gain function? No,
yeah, that is a definition of gain of function right there.
To Congress. And Rand Paul was like, to Senate, and Rand Paul was like, what did you just say? All right. For the most part, I haven't been putting a lot of Massachusetts stuff in here. Trying not to harp, to quote the English, maybe all of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, I don't know. Don't look back in anger, okay? But Massachusetts had some crazy shit. We mentioned this last week, the bomb or the explosion at Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people were saying, like, oh, this could have been, an accident or whatever, people made a mistake. It was at like 2:30 in the morning, okay? And people were seen running away with masks and hoods on. But anyway, 2 people have been picked up. I guess we'll see where that goes. It's probably the last we're going to hear of it. I don't know. But check this out. Plymouth. Even if you don't know almost anything about the United States, you probably have heard of Plymouth, Massachusetts, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Pilgrims, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They spent millions on the South Shore of Mass, tens of millions, putting in these giant turbines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some right near where I was living up in Mass, and most of them didn't work. And I'm not saying they didn't spin because it wasn't windy. They didn't work.
Well, we're going to do this. We're going to have the same problem here in Virginia because Dominion Power is building this huge, massive wind power plant off the Atlantic Ocean. It's supposed to be done next year, so.
It's funny you say that because Massachusetts had a similar thing, but the people in Martha's Vineyard,
because it was going to be in Martha. They were going to be able to see it from Martha's Vineyard.
They were going to be able to see them from their wealthy homes.
See,
Same place where they
in Virginia, they decided to build it far enough on coast. It's got to be a super clear day, and all the conditions got to be just right to see a silhouette of them.
Well, that's why Martha's Vineyard was the issue, because it's an island off the coast too. But legitimate question. I've had this idea. I've heard other people bring it up. Apparently it won't work. Maybe you guys have an idea, but why can't we set up turbines along the coast, underwater, and let the tide spin them? Let the gravity that the moon pulling the ocean create electricity. Why can't we do that?
Don't we already have that?
I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Going
it sounds
through
like
rivers, dams, hydroelectric
rivers
power.
and dams. But why not down the entire East Coast, up the entire West Coast of these turbines that spin, horizontal, kind of like that crazy fucking helicopter thing that Guapo sent me.
Well, that thing is gonna. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna humming and vibration, the motors and stuff like that. So it's gonna create a lot of.
But it wouldn't be motors. It would be spun by the ocean, not by It's creating electricity. It's basically turning the motor backwards.
I know, but it's gonna create humming, and that would messed up with the whales, dolphins, shit like that. Everything in trouble with sonar. Also,
okay, why not just do it near Navy bases then, when we already have all the sea life dead from oil pouring in and sonar pings.
And that's again sonar. You don't want to affect the sonar like because that's
So,
the Navy.
okay, so you would hear the turbine spinning.
You don't want to
from your
hide.
headset.
Yeah, you don't want to hide the enemy in that fucking,
Dude, there's always sound in the ocean. You got your ESWAS, right? Now, did you obviously had to listen to the sonar stuff, and the sonar tech be like, oh yeah, what you're hearing right now is shrimp and blue whales. And you're like, how do you know that? You know.
But at the same time, what was I about to tell you?
And not to mention, if they were off our coast, we would get used to it and be able to adjust to it.
Remember the submarine that went to check the Titanic crunch and stuff like that? They were able to hear that shit, dude.
But yeah, exactly. Our Navy heard it and knew it, and then everyone got all upset that we didn't tell the world. It's like, we're not going to tell you our fucking capabilities.
So that's what I'm saying. That's not they're gonna create a turbine because of that affect the sonar.
I don't know. I think we'd be able to figure out how to get around it. Then the rest of the world would hear that, and it might hide our ships.
Also, too,
that the degaussing.
You need a sound because if it's a dead space, a sound, there's something right there.
Yeah, and that's why the U.S. Navy doesn't try to go silent, except for the submarines. They mask their signature to sound like shipping and fishing boats. Am I allowed to say that? That's not secret.
No, that's what I know from the TVs because
I think that was on the Jag episode.
A dead silent space in the middle where all the sound. There's something right there.
Yeah.
Down Periscope.
Down Periscope. That was a classic movie.
Kelsey Grammer's greatest work right there, right? When they're
oh yeah.
We gotta go. That was great. Like, oh, it's a bunch of drunken fishermen. Let's move on.
That was a good movie.
Now I have to watch that movie again. And actually, it's funny. Just recently I was like, I'm going to watch some old movies again, and I wanted to watch Cool Hand Luke. You familiar with it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What we've got here is a failure to communicate.
Oh.
Where'd you find it at?
I have with my streaming services. I had to buy it or rent it. I was pissed, so I watched The Great Escape instead. Okay. Yeah, you know that one too, right? When they broke out of that Nazi prison camp.
Yeah.
Oh, great movies. It was 3 hours long. And then just the other day, I watched Saving Private Ryan. And I was like, I remember this being a great movie. And I remember there being a lot of actors. But everyone was in that movie, dude. Nathan Fillion was in Saving Private Ryan. You know Nathan Fillion? From Firefly and The Rookie. Yeah, he was the other James Ryan that they told him his brothers had died. And he's like, he's 12 years old on a farm. What happened? He starts crying. I was like, oh my God, Nathan Fillion's like 20 years old.
No, he's fucking...
Down Periscope's the same way. You'd have to... Oh, no, you can watch Down Periscope on Disney+.
Oh, I got the Disneys.
But anybody, if you want to watch it anywhere else, you got to pay. So I don't have Disney+. So
I got a 5-year-old and 2-year-old. Repeat offenders breaking up something nasty.
No, just smoke and ash everywhere now.
Oh, yeah,
big old fire.
Yeah, I saw it afternoon when I was coming back home, but it's getting closer by the look.
Huh.
Where in Australia are you?
I'm in Newcastle, mate.
Newcastle? Yeah, see, I don't know enough about Australia. Is that anywhere near Melbourne?
No, mate. We're 2 hours north of Sydney by car.
Okay. It's on the West Coast. We've done Perth. We haven't done the West Coast.
Yeah, we're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Look at this. Check that out right now.
Crazy.
Yeah. Wildfires, I'm guessing?
Yeah, mate. Well, we saw it's got a massive bush over the back there. But it's coming elections from west.
Are you going to need to break out your garden hose?
Yeah.
I'm up to the left.
I think he needs to get back inside near his Wi-Fi.
Are you northern of Sydney?
Yeah, north of Sydney, mate. We're right on the Pacific Ocean.
Nice.
Got you.
Well, is
No,
it
I mean,
the entire?
are you in the Pacific Ocean? No,
Is it the entire continent surrounded by
No,
the Pacific Ocean?
he's
No,
next to the
because
Indian Ocean.
No,
The
we're
other side's
right on the
Indian.
Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
Newcastle's on the Pacific Ocean. Space
Yeah,
there.
I
We
guess.
had a couple of
I
bases. mate.
guess. Yeah, I keep forgetting. I don't know why I keep forgetting
Indian
about the
Ocean.
Indian Ocean. It's a lesser ocean. Let's be real, right?
yeah.
It's still an
That's on
ocean.
the west coast. That's between us and South Africa. And Africa. If you go to the Indian Ocean, that's where Africa is. That side of it.
Well, check this out. While we're still talking about Massachusetts, before we get too lost about the fires going on down there,
Mhm.
my high school football coach, right, got in trouble while he was president of another school many years later for striking a student. Went to jail, that whole thing. Never going to get a job teaching again. But
No.
something came up from before he was a principal and teaching at Cohasset, which is a school near where I was. He just pled guilty to sexually assaulting students.
Wow.
God damn.
That's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, this was my high school football coach, Jeff Knight.
Damn.
We call him Knighto. And he always
Now
wore
we
these
know why.
baseball shorts that were way too short. We called them his plum smugglers. Now I'm starting to understand why.
Right.
Well, it's funny because I brought up to people, I was like, if it happened today, people would go nuts. I was like, but like my wrestling coach used to shower with us after practice. And everyone's like, oh, that's weird. It's like, he doesn't want ringworm either. You know what I mean? I know exactly, but then it wasn't a big deal. The dude and he actually almost got in trouble because one of the dudes was goofing up and like spit water on him. And he pretended to like throw a punch, busted his eye open for stitches, and we're all like, he slipped on the tiles, hit his head on the floor. Because that was genuine. Just I'm getting clean, but this guy was hitting kids and touching them, and was a principal. Versus my wrestling coach was a teacher. He did tech systems. He taught us how to build like rockets and stuff like that,
That's okay, man. Right now, we all just 24-year-old, 23-year-old having sex with the students and shit. So, yeah, it is what it is.
When I was in high school, Coach Knight was like 40.
I know. Now we got fucking... All these fucking teachers at 23, 20-something, they need to go to fucking middle school, elementary school. No. I was saying like to teach, not high school. Because I don't know.
You're right. You're a 23-year-old woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think the 18-year-old dude's gonna be like, "Damn, she's hot," right?
Yeah.
And I get it, but that's that student's issue to deal with. She's not supposed to sleep with them, and as you said, it's become more and more common for these, especially women teachers, to sleep with their students.
I know, and you know what? There's a lot of female women teachers than male teachers. They're not like 50-50. I think we need to bring back.
It's funny you say that because I read an article recently about this guy. He was a teacher, and he got in a ton of trouble at the playground, just hanging out at the playground or whatever. Like it was the park. But there was a playground. He was sitting at the bench, and everyone's like, "Who's this guy? Why is this guy here? He doesn't have any kids here. He's a pervert and all this other stuff." He's like, and he ended up quitting his job teaching because of that. And then it turns out like 2 months later, everyone's like, "We need more men teachers." It's like, you call them fucking pedophiles,
right?
Who wants that job?
Nobody.
Meanwhile, moving on from communist Massachusetts,
on to Chicago.
Chicago is, they know that these people legally own firearms with all the paperwork, everything they need, right?
And that's a lot of paperwork.
Yes, it is, especially in Chicago. But they're charging them anyway, trying to bankrupt gun owners because they have to defend themselves in courts. They know they're going to lose the case, but they know that's going to cost you everything you have to stay out of prison. And it's like, why can't just showing up with my license be good enough? Right?
Right.
It's not. Do you know what? You know what kind of license I need here in West Virginia?
None.
None, even for concealed carry, because it's my fucking right. I used to have no felonies, which is funny. I'll do my paperwork for my background check. I pay for it. They hand me my gun and then run the paperwork. And if it comes back bad, they send the cops to my house to come take it away. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, it's just these people are legally owning these things, but you're charging them anyway because you know it's going to hurt them financially. They may lose their house. Great. Tell you what, let's bankrupt the gun owners and hope nothing bad happens, right?
Right.
Criminy. I don't know who this guy is. Victor Davis Hanson.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking. You never heard of him?
No.
Oh, dude, he does a lot of. He's
the Hoover Institution Senior Fellow.
Yeah, he does. It's a story. A lot of fucking Greek mythology, classicals. He does through classicals and stuff.
Oh,
so he always compare like.
Yeah. All right. No, go ahead. I'm very interested.
No, he was. What did I send it to you about him?
He said Madani's ideology is what is going to be the future of the Democratic Party.
Oh, I was sending you to you guys so you can watch it. He was getting inputs about it. You know how this happened back in in history, like shit like this. You know, he was comparing what happened in history. Yeah,
is this going to be what happens to the Democrat Party, or is the Democrat Party going to collapse under its own weight? It is the oldest political party on the planet. You know that, right?
I know, but it's just it's getting. They're not filtering people out. They don't got the balls to say no. You cannot join the party because you got crazy ideologies and stuff. You know.
Well, so, you notice how socialism only seems to show up in waves as capitalism has done well. Then the socialists step up and say, "Let's take all this money and redistribute it." Yep. And it's like, well, then why am I going to keep working so hard? Because it's the right thing to do. It's like, yeah, but you're going to take my money and give it to the crackhead. Why would I?
There's no
why
point
don't I
in
just
it.
go smoke crack? Yeah, why don't I just go smoke crack and get paid? You guys know Michael Rappaport?
Yeah, the fucking crazy comedian.
Yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of his comedy over the years.
And I've enjoyed a lot of his shows he ends up on too. You know,
yes, he was on My Name Is Earl a lot.
Yep.
But he came out very, very anti-Trump a while ago, and then over the years, he's starting to realize how terrible his decisions were in terms of politics.
Well, yeah, because he said his wife was groped in Times Square. He doesn't feel safe in New York City anymore.
By what? Another white guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical white guy.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like, this is getting out of control. I don't feel safe here anymore. It's like, dude, did you vote for this shit?
Yeah, stay there. Stay there. Don't move nowhere. We don't need you.
Yeah, it's like, did you vote to defund the police?
Nope.
Maybe that's why your wife's getting felt up by strangers in the park, you know?
Yeah. If you had to move upstate. Nowhere else.
Oh, no. Move to Massachusetts. Move to Chicago, Illinois.
Virginia's full. We don't need him in here. We're full.
You guys are already sliding down that slippery slope, and you know it. Youngkin only won that election because all that shit about Northam came out with his blackface.
Yeah, and then fucking killing the babies and shit like that.
Yeah, we should
right now,
make them comfortable.
And you know what? Who voted for all of this? Fucking white liberal women.
It's always white liberal women.
Yeah, the like majority of them were white liberal women that voted for all of this shit.
Well, it's because your average white liberal woman has never felt any adversity in her entire life.
No, they get bored. They got nothing else to do. They're fucking like, dude.
They feel good about themselves.
They're fucking worst thing ever come out, ever invented is fucking vacuum, dishwasher, fucking all this other shit. They don't got nothing else to do, you know?
It's interesting you say that because I actually just saw some polls recently. Household chores are being over 50% being done by men right now.
Yeah, in the house, yeah.
In the housework, yeah. And it's funny because a lot of women, that's because women work. It's like the dudes are working too, except they might die at work. You have a fucking corner office with AC. That guy's working in a fucking sawmill, okay?
Yeah.
And then he comes home and cleans the cat box and does the dishes.
Like, look at me, dude. I'm a truck driver. I could be fucking die in a truck accident. Like this guy, poor guy, probably died Tuesday. You know.
Dude, I was a welder with epilepsy. I was just waiting to die.
Yeah.
I've got to go. This a little bit.
To what?
I'll
You
catch
said
us up
you gotta
later on.
go.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, mate. There's a fire getting close to me.
You gotta go.
This is-
Well,
all right. Well,
Stay safe, man. Turn on your sprinklers.
yeah. Get a gas mask, dude.
Yeah, I've got
So-
a couple here from work, mate. Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you later on.
All right,
Be
later.
Be
safe.
safe,
man.
Whitey.
So I was a couple years ago with my ex-wife. We were watching TV. I was watching some guy from North Carolina. I mean, from California, and he came out with a commercial selling gas masks and stuff. It's like, why would you need a gas mask? Like, well, he's got California, and most likely a wildfire. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a gas mask. I got a real gas mask, not even like a smoke filter.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if I'm gonna tell anyone where I got it from because I'm not sure if I stole it or not.
I put my money on you did.
Probably. I'm pretty sure I wasn't allowed to take it with me. But you guys had the same gas mask as me, the MPU 240 or whatever it is.
Yep. MC2
That
Papa.
sucker's a monster. Yeah, 2 Papa, you're right. The 2 Papa. Sucker's a monster, isn't it?
Yep.
I never trusted gas masks until they fucking tear gassed me and I put it on. I was like, I can breathe. Oh my goodness. Michigan again. This is great.
Yep.
There's a dude running for office in Michigan. What position?
Mayor.
Running for Congress in Michigan.
Oh, was it?
Well, this guy, he's a furry. He identifies as I want to say a groundhog or a hedgehog. Furry who identifies as a honey badger.
Honey badger.
Celebrate
There
the-
you go.
Yep. Celebrate the assassinations of Charlie Kirk and the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Was banned from X for saying America deserved 9/11.
And he's
Is running for the
Republican.
Democrat primary in the competitive House seat in Michigan. This was something back to the gay marriage thing. This is something that the Republicans brought up that it's going to get out of control in a hurry in terms of furry. And I remember an SNL sketch with Jack Black making jokes, and the Republicans like, yo, you're going to start teaching kids about sodomy in school. And like, that'll never happen. And then the Republicans win, like, ha ha, we lied. Meanwhile, they're teaching children about sodomy in school right now.
Yep.
They're teaching kids scatting. You ever heard of this shit?
Yeah.
Eating human shit in a sexual act.
When the apocalypse happens, that's what we're going to have to eat.
No, you'll die. It's the waste and the poison your liver and pancreas and kidneys have filtered out. But these guys don't believe. It's crazy. Trust the scientists. And then they say, I don't believe any of that shit. Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Nancy Pelosi has made a huge announcement.
Well, hold on. There were rumors. And her office came up and did everything they could to not answer the question.
Because Nancy Pelosi had to get a couple more stock trades in before the announcement came out.
Yes. She's not going to be running for re-election, right?
That's right.
No.
At 84 years old, she's retiring. Going to move in full time with Paul Pelosi and just live on their investment income.
Well,
and maybe keep the refrigerator stocked with ice cream.
Yes. No, you're right. It was Elizabeth Warren that was like, I'm like everyone else. You want a beer, honey? And she offers like a $17 bottle of beer. And it's like, bitch, you ain't like everyone else. I'm drinking Miller Lite. Okay?
Yep. Times were tough for COVID for Nancy Pelosi with her ice cream freezer.
Yes. Yeah, it's full like Ben and Jerry's and stuff. It's like, That shit's like $15, $20 a pint, and you got like 75 of them in there.
That's right.
But here's the terrifying thing, Brian Guapo. Who's gonna fill her spot? Is it gonna be some fucking AOC millennial?
Kamala Harris.
You know what? That's actually not a terrible prediction, Ryan. I didn't even think of that. I was thinking Kamala's going to run for president, but she may just take Senate, sit in the Senate for a couple terms,
No, House of Representatives.
then run for president.
I don't think she probably could win the. I think she's got a better shot of House of Representatives in Pelosi's seat than she does ever winning in. They're not going to nominate her for president again because she failed. Even though her book tour of 107 days of the title of the book is a fucking flop, and she blamed it all on Biden and his administration for not giving him more time to win.
Which is funny because
if she would have had more time, it would have only been worse. Nobody liked her. She's not a very charismatic person. She's not personable. Nobody wants.
Well, just like Karine Jean-Pierre right now. She's being torn apart by the left for her book.
Actually, her book tour is going worse than Kamala's did.
Oh, yeah. She's getting ripped apart.
Because she's not. Well, one reason she's getting ripped apart is she's no longer identifying as a Democrat.
Correct. But another reason is the same reason why I feel violated as an American citizen, because I am also a black queer immigrant woman, and you cannot tell me how I identify. To quote,
but every other word out of her mouth, she is that. That every other word is like that's how she's identified her whole life.
That's her preempting the race card.
Yeah.
If you disagree with me, I'm going to call you a racist, a homophobe, and a xenophobe. And a misogynist. And it's like, you were the press secretary. You didn't notice any of this shit, but the rest of your party did, and at least kept quiet until it was too late. And you're still saying Joe is sharp as a tack. It's like, even Mr. Potato Head over there was CNN. Is he still at CNN?
Yeah.
Was like, no, you're wrong. All right. Carry us on, Brian. I got to relieve myself.
All right, so there was a New Jersey election bomb threat that shut down polling sites.
And the Republican
and magically, the Democrat won there. But this is another case that we talked about earlier that said the Trump voters just didn't show up to vote in this election.
Yeah.
And that's typically what happens in these weird off-year elections. And then there were several New York City polling locations that were swatted.
Oh, God.
I bet they weren't in heavily favored Madami areas of the city.
Nope. No.
And then Trump at the last minute tried to get New York City voters to vote for Comey over Madami, even though Comey was an independent, Silva was a Republican, and Madami was the Democrat, quote unquote, because he doesn't even identify as a Democrat.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of people saying that Siwa, whatever.
Silva.
Yeah, I've heard it pronounced a bunch of ways. Had he dropped out and endorsed Cuomo, then Mamdani wouldn't have won. No. Anyone who voted for Siwa, Silva, whatever, was never ever going to vote for Cuomo.
Nope.
That's why they voted for him instead of Cuomo.
They would have probably voted for Chuck Norris before they voted for either one of those two.
Exactly. And got to give them a little bit of credit for standing by their principles, knowing that
Silva was offered millions of dollars to drop out of the race, and he turned it down.
Doesn't he run every time?
Well, yeah. But he's a New Yorker, born and bred, He's trying to do what's best for the city.
Yeah, you can say that.
The problem is that the city is
Too liberal
too liberal for them. Yep.
and run by white liberals. Fresh out of NYU.
This Muslim person that 25 years after 9/11
Ugandan Muslim
won as mayor of New York City, got 35% of the Jewish vote.
Yeah,
You're gonna learn today.
yeah. I got a feeling Mamdani is going to be the second coming of Moses. He's going to lead all the Jews out of New York City.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Exodus.
Yeah, Exodus, exactly. Freaking, what was it? This was that the second book of the Old Testament? Was it Genesis, then Exodus?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
Or am I missing like Deuteronomy in there somewhere?
No, Exodus. I don't think Deuteronomy.
It's been a long time since I studied Old Testament. You know what I mean?
Well, Manami said NYPD boots were laced by the IDF.
And then the Jews voted for him anyway. First of all, what do you mean boots are laced? Are you implying that they got jackboots like Nazis?
I don't know.
Which is
I don't know
well,
what you meant by that.
as soon as he won the election, he said he's not going to reduce the police force. He's not going to do any of that stuff. It's like, so he lied to your face
Yep.
and then admitted he lied to you.
Yep. And asking for money now.
But nearly
Well,
a million New Yorkers are ready to flee New York City. Well, this is old. This was if he became mayor, so that means a million people are going to leave New York.
Yeah, they're predicting 9%. And it's funny because there's been a bunch of interviews of people going into like New York City and asking folks, and they're good, let him leave, fuck them all, let's double that, let's make it 18%. And he's like, well, these are gonna be like the millionaires and the billionaires, and they're all like, good, we don't want them here. He goes, who's gonna pay for all of this stuff that you want funded by the billionaires? And this one lady was like, what do you mean? She goes, well, if all the people making all this money that you hate leave, you can't tax them anymore.
One of the first people to leave New York City was Rush Limbaugh.
Yes.
He went to Florida. Yeah. Now Hannity's in Florida. Everybody that has everybody has any wealth that was in New York City for a period of time, they have moved out of the state.
No, I know I bring this guy up a lot. Tim Pool actually was talking about this the other day. And he wouldn't reveal his sources, but he's in touch with a lot of people because he's got like a big show. He said a lot of prominent Republicans in cities like New York or Boston, etc., already have plans in place to disappear into a remote area, and they're not going to tell anyone when they do it or where they're going, just like Tucker Carlson did. But yeah, who's going to pay for this shit? And again, that woman, once she started to realize it wouldn't be funded, she's like, well, I don't know who would pay for it. And he said, you. Yep. And she's like, well, I'm not wealthy. He's like, you're shopping on Fifth Avenue. It's like, once the millionaires leave, the 100,000aires are the people with the money that are going to get taxed to fund all this. And he's like, well, then I'll just leave New York. It's like, okay, so you're going to vote to destroy it and then take off as soon as it's destroyed. Then probably vote that way. And that's
why Governor Abbott has said that he is putting basically a tariff in place for anybody wanting to move to Texas from New York.
Is he allowed to do that?
He's the guy. Yeah, he can tax them all however he wants to. They're people moving in,
Yeah, I was just wondering if you were allowed to do a tax like that. Interesting.
Well, the problem is that, and they've already experienced it in Texas. They've already experienced it in Florida. You got these idiots moving from these California and New York, and they're not changing their voting habits. They're just moving in and like swaying everything to the left.
That was something I made it a point to say to people around here when I mentioned that I came from Mass, because they always give me this look, and I'm like, don't worry, it's not even like I did bring my voting habits with me, but don't worry, I left because I didn't agree with them up there.
Yeah.
But the problem is, and don't get me wrong, I am guilty of this too. Problem is, as people flee these cities are going to get further and further left. They're going to get more and more crazy. And then your red strongholds are going to do the same thing. They're going to get further and further, safer and then further right. But really, what's far right these days? I mean, thinking you shouldn't kill a baby after it was 20 minutes after it was born is considered far right now, you know?
Yeah.
Well, no, they believe they should kill baby and stuff like that, so the population is gonna decrease, and I don't have to worry about the man because they don't get the low testosterone.
And we're getting to the point where all men are low testosterone. Apparently,
No, no, no,
just
no,
read an
no.
article today. Just read an article today.
Mm-hmm.
How your average American consumes about a credit card's worth of plastic every month.
I know microplastic and stuff
It's
like
getting
that.
into your testicles.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I try to
It
clean
is not good for you.
Yeah.
You got an audio for Hassan Piker?
I don't. I just wanted to bring him up because his name's been up around a lot.
Cool.
Like I mentioned to you before the show, he was when we played that podcast versus terrorist game. He was the podcaster every time.
Mm-hmm.
Guapa, you saw his whole dog thing, right?
Yeah, his zapped the dog
Zapping
because he
his
was
dog?
getting up. Yeah, we got a lot of shit for the left
Yeah. They upset about him zapping his dog, but not when he said the United States deserved 9/11.
because they don't like the United States. The left don't.
Then why are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you inviting people in? But yeah, he just got in some more trouble because after this election with Mamdani, he did an interview with someone like at the where they celebrated a victory thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically said something about the USSR falling, and he's like, "Oh, that's too bad. May they rest in peace." Like, dude, what the fuck? Why don't you go to Venezuela if you want this so much, right? We never talk about this guy. He's like the biggest thing on the left wing podcast right now, and his name never comes up. Anyway, back to people leaving New York City.
Mm-hmm.
The commissioner of the fire department of New York has resigned his role and is leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, "I just don't." He didn't give a real answer, but he's like,
Well,
"I just don't think
you know why.
Yeah, well, one, he's Jewish, and two, you know that the Mamdani's going to demand too much of these guys. He's probably going to fire him anyway. I got a feeling the police commissioner is going to be fired, even though she supports Mamdani. That's just my guess, because he hates police, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What he's saying he wants to close and empty Rikers Island, not even transfer these people somewhere else. Empty Rikers Island. It's like, so let's take the most dangerous criminals in New York City and turn them back loose on the streets. Okay, we'll see how that works. Just remember, New York.
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia is full of backwater, inbred hillbillies. You don't want to come out here. They all own guns. They hunt. They marry their sisters, okay? Don't come here.
They're racist.
Yeah,
they're
they're
racist.
all
Don't go
racist.
there.
Every single one of them. If you're not at least as white as I am, which I look whiter with the lights on me, if you're not at least as white as I am, they will hang you, okay? So don't come here.
Yep, we full.
You guys can go to Virginia because it's
No,
only
no,
one.
no,
It's only
no,
one.
no,
It's
no,
only
no,
one step
no,
away from
No,
New York
no,
City.
we're racist too. We're racist. Full of racist.
And Virginia is closer to most of New York City.
You know how racist we are? We had an opportunity to elect a black lady. We elected a white lady.
Not
That's
just a
how
white
racist we are.
lady,
So
a
come
white Jew.
Oh no, a CIA white Jew lady. Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
well, good luck with that one because Northern Virginia is already insane with their craziness.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, man.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
I'm out of here. I
You're
gotta
out
get
too?
up in the morning. Yeah, I gotta get
All
up
right,
in the
man.
morning.
So
Be safe
I-
out there.
Mhm.
So, Brian, remember that Democrat, that woman who was running for office that said, "Yeah, well, I'm an illegal immigrant too,"
Mhm.
and her dad lied on the paperwork and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. She won office.
How?
She's not president of the United States. Apparently, where was this? I think I want to say Ohio, but I'm not sure. Minnesota. There we go.
Oh,
She's gonna
big
be the
surprise.
mayor of Minnesota.
I'm
So,
surprised you
yeah.
can be the mayor in Minnesota, and not be be here legally.
What are you talking about? Minnesota's in Minneapolis, right?
Yeah.
Or Minneapolis, Mayor must not be mayor of Minnesota. Minnesota's a city, right?
Minnesota's a state.
I thought Minneapolis was a state. How did I get
Minnesota,
this backwards?
You got it backwards. Minneapolis is the capital of Minnesota.
Yeah, and okay. She's mayor in a Minnesota town, St. Paul, Minnesota. But yeah, she's like, oh yeah, we're here illegally, and then they went and elected her anyway. So let's watch Trump go ahead and denaturalize her because lied on the paperwork.
Is that what he's going to do with Madami?
Mamdani could be too, because hasn't he shown support terrorist organizations, which is against the visa laws or all the laws to get citizenship?
Yep.
We'll see. What do you think would happen if Trump actually denaturalized Mamdani and kicked him out of the country?
Shitstorm.
So, okay, what happens if Trump lets Mamdani destroy New York for a year and a half and then kicks him out? Do you think they would still defend Mamdani, or would they blame Trump from
You know what? Trump's always going to be the one to blame.
Well, that's what gets me. Is when this shit doesn't work in New York, they're going to blame Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like, I thought you guys had a socialist utopia that was going to be self-sufficient. Why do you need federal funding? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm a fucking idiot for asking obvious questions. This one's interesting. Lawmakers in Illinois have passed or approved a bill anyway, banning detaining illegal immigrants near courthouses.
Do they have that authority?
No matter how much digging I could do, I could not find out what they meant by near.
I don't think they have the authority to supersede federal people coming in to do this.
Because I'm pretty sure federal agents can bring their firearms into a gun-free school zone too, and there's nothing you can do about it, right?
Yeah.
But what counts as near? Like, relatively, referring to Einstein here, the entire state of Illinois is near a courthouse.
Yeah.
Compared to Australia.
Yep.
Like, you guys made this so vague that you could just, no matter what happens, you could claim it was near a courthouse. And let's be real, they're collecting these guys in the courtrooms, in the courthouses, because you know they're unarmed. You know what I mean? You know there's less of a fight to be put up with. So what, now we have to go chasing down the fucking streets where the gangs are that are going to shoot at people?
Mm-hmm.
And this is it's an 80-20 issue. 80% of Americans agree we need to do something with these illegal immigrants. But you have a handful of loud assholes, and then the politicians take that side. And then for some reason, the people that say get rid of them are taking the sides of keep voting for these same politicians.
Yep.
It's like you're literally voting against what you said you want to do.
They don't care.
I guess.
It's stupid.
Okay, a Mexican mayor voted in Kansas.
Yep.
I thought that was absolutely impossible. Because it was illegal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to check IDs because it's already illegal to vote if you're a felon or an illegal immigrant. It's like, well, then why do you have gun laws? It's already illegal to murder people.
Exactly.
That argument gets lost on all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, sometimes people break the law. Like, Meanwhile, Chicago, until recently, had a higher, or DC actually, even worse, had a higher murder rate than, oh my God, what's the capital of Afghanistan? Not Bodrum. Yeah, Bodrum?
Bagram.
Yeah, Bagram. Jeez. Come on, man. And Chicago, back to Illinois. They found this drug lord here illegally.
Uh-huh.
They've arrested him. And do you know why the Democrats aren't losing their shit about arresting this illegal immigrant?
No.
He's Polish, not Hispanic.
Mm.
So, the white guy, go ahead and
Yep.
arrest him.
Yeah.
And it's like, you shouldn't have said the white guy. You should have said the guy shipping drugs from around the world here. Remember Hannah Dugan?
Yeah, I think so.
The judge that helped that illegal slip out the back door when I showed up.
Uh-huh.
The immigrant's been picked up, and he's about to be deported back to Mexico. So
good.
She got herself in trouble, and he's getting deported anyway. Good job, lady. You might go to prison now. And do you remember the Chinese dudes that were at Mizzou? I think it was University of Michigan.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a difference.
No, University of Michigan.
Yeah, that were busted smuggling illegal pathogens like viruses into this country.
Yeah.
Biological matter. 3 more got picked up. Maybe we need to stop letting the Chinese send their people here to learn how to create super viruses.
So the problem is the Chinese pay full tuition to come to our universities, where people in the States pay a hell of a lot less. So
no,
one of the ways that these universities stay in business is by foreign students.
They don't have to be foreign. All they have to be is from outside of their own state. In-state people get cheaper tuition. If I was to go to University of Michigan, I would pay full price. It's getting to the point. I shouldn't even say getting to the point. It's gotten to the point, dude, where I'm not even willing to have a discussion about this stuff with people that vote Democrat unless they seem reasonable.
They're not.
Because they're just gonna lie to you, and then you show them the evidence, and they're gonna find some excuse. They would rather appear stupid than wrong. They would rather say, I'm a fucking moron, than say, maybe I was wrong. Just like these people, they were showing them, they were talking to people like, oh, who you voting for mayor in New York? And like, oh, obviously Mamdani, he's the only real choice. And then the dude read stuff off of Mamdani's webpage to them. She's like, where'd you get that from? He's like, oh, right here on his campaign webpage. So, well, I'm not sure I believe that. It's like, well, right here, it's him endorsing it. It's his webpage.
Yeah.
And then they just like, well, yeah, no. There's something else. They'd rather appear stupid than admit that they misunderstood something. And dude, people keep fucking around like this. We're all going to find out, and it's not going to be a good thing. Again, what is New York? All right, New York wants a civil war against the Republicans. Great. Okay. Now, all of the states that aren't on the border stop shipping food to New York City. Mm-hmm. What happens?
They're going to starve.
They'll all die. Oh, there are farms in Massachusetts. Dude, a dude right here in West Virginia, about 10 miles from me, has a plot of land, a farm, that's bigger than Massachusetts, okay?
Right.
Yeah, trust me. Your little tomatoes on your rooftop in New York City are not going to feed you. There's no cows in New York City to make beef from.
Well, that's why they're going vegetarian.
Okay, still, where are you going to grow the food?
On the rooftop.
You got like 75, 200 people living in these buildings. I got tomatoes. Great. Hope you can survive on tomatoes. Hope you need like a peanut or at least a soybean for protein too, right? Oh, this is a good one. Customs and Border Patrol is warning that these Mexican cartels are gonna dress up in Mexican military uniforms to avoid conflict until they shoot these agents to attempt to collect the $10,000 bounties on them.
Uh-huh.
And we know that this could happen because didn't we just see the Mexican army accidentally cross the American border?
Yep.
Like with a month ago, maybe. Wonderful. and I guess one of the mayors in Mexico that was say, "Hey, we need to crack down on these cartels," just got assassinated.
Yeah.
Can't be surprised
That's
by
not
that.
going to encourage more people to crack down on the cartels.
No, how many people that said they were going to crack down on the cartels to become president were killed before they got what's I can't remember her name, the Jewish woman that's not even a Mexican native is president of Mexico, El Presidente. All right. Don't know how far you want to go, Brian. We got a whole foreign military category, but we've been at this.
Over 2 hours.
Yeah, well, we started
right at
after,
2 hours. So yeah.
yeah. I don't know. How about a quick little run through?
Sure.
Uh, Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland
Mm-hmm.
had a partial evacuation because of a package that was sent to them with white powder in it. Turned out not to
And
be anything
people got
dangerous.
sick.
Did they? Okay. Yeah, so that's fun. Anthrax. More and more boats are being struck in the Caribbean and the Pacific. The death toll keeps rising. The vessels destroyed keeps rising. And I'm getting a bit of a laugh at people saying, "Huh, you should at least board them and find out what's on that boat before you do this." It's that's against the law. And it's like, first of all, it's international waters. Second of
Well,
all,
you
our
got Democrats in the Senate demanding explanations too.
So the Senate wants us to show the entire world our satellite capabilities.
Pretty
That we can
much.
zoom in on a fucking license plate of a car. And we're watching these guys load up these boats full of drugs. Dude, they just got a fucking submarine. I'm like, whoa, it's like, dude, how many civilian submarines are there that aren't announcing their course in advance to the world so something doesn't happen?
None.
Yeah, exactly. So anyone who's not documented is either military or a smuggler, right?
Yep.
Russia's concerned that we're building up a military against Venezuela, which I laughed about.
We're not building up
getting any
shit.
bigger. Yeah,
We're
no,
already
exactly.
there. We moved a whole aircraft carrier group down there.
Yeah. And then Russia warned that they may put missiles near the United States, like Cuba or Venezuela, which I said, hey, hold on. Didn't this happen under Kennedy?
Yeah.
Like we have a name we still use, right? The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Cuban Missile Crisis, yep.
The Bay of Pigs was our stupid mistake, not the Russians. But then Putin is like, yeah, we're going to put hypersonic missiles in Venezuela and give them to Venezuela. And I was like, do you understand what will happen if you give Venezuela hypersonic missiles?
You really will have World War III.
No, you won't. That's the thing. They'll be eliminated overnight by, I can't remember what ship is out there.
Russia? Russia's going to be eliminated overnight?
No, they said give the missiles to Venezuela, not even put their own missiles there. So we would just wipe out Venezuelan missiles with our aircraft carrier that's off the coast. Yeah, and shit, you really want to get to the point where the United States gets actually involved in Ukraine versus like moral and financial support? Do you actually want to see like what happens if the U.S. gets involved in a hot conflict with Russia? Trump's all the shit I'll talk about Trump about this and that. I give him a lot of praise too. One thing he definitely deserves praise for is de-escalating war.
Yep. That's one of his mainstays. He did it in the first term and he's doing it in this term, and people are not giving him credit. All the credit he deserves for it.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious that they were demanding Trump do something about Israel and Gaza, and he goes ahead and okay, does it. Now they're all upset that he is like stifling Gaza from the Hamas from having a fight with Israel. It's like, you just told him to do this. Yeah. He did it. That pisses you off.
Yeah.
Now Maduro is saying that he's willing to go into peaceful exile and leave Venezuela alone as long as he's left alone.
And got amnesty.
Yeah, this would be very interesting because I don't think we've seen a Napoleon situation like that in a long time. Like, let's send him to Elba.
And we've already indicted Maduro as like a cartel member, so.
Well, there's a $5 million reward for his arrest. What happens when his own top generals turn on him for $5 million American dollars?
Right.
Now you shared this one. I didn't see a good story in it. Maybe I missed something. The U.S.-China rivalry at sea. I'm not sure exactly what they're trying to say in this article, or except maybe that China's
they're
trying to
just
build up.
saying that, this is all over the man-made islands that China is building up off their coast, and we're not recognizing the man-made islands, so we're still sending our ships and subs over there, and China's freaking out about it.
I think China knows better than to start shit over that too. Honestly. This is interesting. Trump is talking about getting the U.S. Army to buy 1 million drones a year. Right now, we're building about 50,000.
Question. $1 million is a lot. What are we going to do with all these drones?
Not send pilots into conflict. We don't need human loss. But are these like Predator drones, or are they like the ones I can buy at home that they can attach a hand grenade to or a handgun and go do something? You know what I mean? I'm assuming they don't mean like a little 4-rotor copter, but
yeah.
Did you see
details.
This? Yes, exactly. You hear anything about Greta Thunberg's deleted tweet?
Nope.
Let me see if I can find the dates. Let me find the June 2018. Greta said, top climate scientist is warning that climate change will wipe out all of humanity unless we stop using fossil fuels over the next 5 years. This is in 2018. That was 7 years ago.
Uh-huh.
We're not all dead yet. In fact, temperature hasn't changed. We've actually grown Arctic and Antarctic ice by hundreds of, billions of tons or something like that of ice. And then she went and quietly deleted it when she realized that date had come and gone.
Yeah, of course.
And we all know Greta doesn't care about climate change. She just wanted to be famous. Same reason why she did the Israel bullshit. Yep. What's she gonna do now that the war is over there, right?
She'll find a new cause to focus on.
A new reason why she doesn't have to go to high school, right? And I know she would have graduated, but she didn't go to high school. She went and bitched about everything. Hey, this top one in Leftovers, not the top one, I'm sorry. It was under Judges. I don't even know where they went.
Oh.
Huh. I had a bunch of stuff about Judges in here. I don't know where they all went, but that's all right. Was it? It was one of the subtopics. Oh, jeez, I don't know where they went. Maybe I did. I could have sworn I put them in here.
I don't know.
Oh, these are Judges. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. The judge who said Trump needs to fund SNAP, yada, yada. Iowa judge was found slumped over her steering wheel, driving the wrong way in the expressway, piss-ass drunk. A civilian dude climbed in through the little window in the back of the truck and put it into park. But the next one, he had a drunk judge caught. There's a video of that if you want to bring it up. I don't know.
With their pants down, peeing?
Yes. Peeing in New York City behind a shrub. And first thing I thought it wasn't against the law in New York City to piss out in public, right?
Oh, it's a law everywhere.
Huh? Well, anyway, the funny thing is, she would have got a ticket and she could have paid her ticket had her husband not been there and started shit with the cop. The cop was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh," and she pulls up her leather pants. And I was like, shit, pulling down leather pants when you drunk and sweaty? That's not an easy task there. But yeah, she probably would have got a ticket, but she ended up, because this went out and became a viral video clip, she resigned from her position as a judge in New York. All her husband had to do was shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. I can't find the video.
No worries, no big deal. It should be right on the main thing, but it doesn't matter. Couple things I wanted to bring up in leftovers. This woman, Anna Alberta, she graduated top of her class in law school, and now she's suing her school because she can't find work. It's not your school's fault that you can't find work, right? Especially if you're some kind of cunt, no one wants to hire you. So you have your degree. It's not everyone else's fault you can't find work. And this is something I brought up though about like UMass. How if you studied economics at UMass Boston, you should sue the school for your tuition back because AOC came out of UMass under economics and became a socialist. But Kim Kardashian, speaking of the lawyers, Kim Kardashian is blaming Chat GPT for her failing her law school exams. And all I could think was, so you weren't taking the tests yourself, you were having an AI do it for you?
Yeah.
You know, kind of crazy. And I guess last one that I'm going to talk about, unless you got something that you want to talk about. Some ancient, oh Jesus Christ, some ancient left-wing lawyer went to like a pro-life protest in front of some left-wing church, threatened everyone with a fucking grenade. And it's like, dude, what made you think it was okay to bust out a grenade at a peaceful protest? You know? And again, this is the issue, is you keep saying the right is so violent, but I'm not seeing Republicans or even independents or libertarians, especially libertarians. You think they'd be the ones to bring grenades places, right? Like I have every right to have it. But they're not bringing grenades out to tell you to shut the fuck up. They're not shooting people on live streams. They're not trying to kill the president.
No.
But yeah, the right's so violent. I don't know, man. Like, you keep bringing up J6. One person died on J6, and it was one of the protesters. You know?
Yep.
All right. Anything in there you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
All right. Oh, let's pinch this turd off.
All right.
Yeah, I went with this one, not the Soviet music again.
Okay.